Well, if you've joined us online already, welcome to the Sevens this evening for the UAE Premiership final between Abu Dhabi Harlequins and Dubai Exiles. Exiles being led out there by Gareth Bacon, wearing the number 5 jersey this evening. This is his retirement game, his final game for Dubai Exiles as he moved on to pastures new. I understand that he wants to dedicate more time to his pony riding, gymkhanas and dressage. Exiles in the familiar black kit that they've been wearing this season, Harlequins in white. And the game will begin momentarily. Absolutely fantastic atmosphere and crowd up there this evening with the championship decider ending around 15 minutes ago. That game being played between Hurricanes and Alain. At 26 all, Alain planting the ball in the corner of the park to take the title of the championship, or should I say Division 1. But now all eyes on this Premiership final between Dubai Exiles and Abu Dhabi Harlequins. And it looks like it's Exiles to start. Justin Walsh with the ball in hand. And the Premiership final is off up here at the Sevens Stadium. The ball being kicked straight out into touch. And that will come back to the centre circle for a Harlequins ball. Both teams having played each other twice this season, home and away. Exiles victorious in both, but as it's played out here in the UAE leagues, top 2 teams playing a final game for to be crowned Premiership champions. Harlequins now looking to the move of the ball wide. And just taken into touch at the same time as the chip through, so the ball will come back and it's going to be an Exiles throw-in. First throw-in for David Gairn, wearing the number 2 jersey. And the ball's gone long, missing the hands of Matthew Mills. Harlequins picking it up in the line. Taking the ball now inside the Exiles 22. Harlequin trying to puncture the Exiles defence. Exiles defence working hard. And still they come, 10 metres away from the line now. Harlequins slowing it down, but they're edging closer and closer. Danger now for Exiles. And just edging the ball into touch there. Great defence from Exiles. It's going to be another Exiles throw. An opportunity for David Genn to put right the, not quite the throw in that he expected from his first. Ball's being changed. And this time, ball finding his man, it's a bit of a fumble. Radawaku. Bit of a crosswind up here at the Seven Stadium this afternoon. You can see the flags flapping around in the background, and Justin Walsh puts a boot on it, and he really pushing that ball back inside the Harlequins 22. And how is that going to be seen as he recovers his ball? Matthew Mills picking it up. Oh, and it's going to be knocked forward, but it looks like the original knock-on coming. It was a free ball. Exiles will get the scrum. Superb chase in there by Matthew Mills, number 7 from Northampton. I'm very, very lucky to be joined here by Mr. Eugene Deegan. I promise you, he hasn't had any hops or grapes this afternoon, and that could be an outward lie.
No.
Good call from the referee, Eugene?
Oh yeah, exception. I mean, Jaco, referee is exceptional. It will not be to the detriment of any team tonight for a referee's decision.
Jaco de Witt there, recently climbing the ladder of World Rugby referees. And an opportunity for both teams to go for the scrum down. Bit of a safety call.
No. Good call by Jaco. Reset. It looked messy. It looks messy. Stop. Reset.
So here we go. Corel Thomas, number 9 for Exile scrum half, also UAE international player, to feed the scrum. And feed he does. Offloaded to Bradawaku there, who tries to take the ball through the middle. Peter Killian there with the ball. Peter Killian, the captain for Exiles this afternoon, into the hands of Lucas Waddington. Exiles now attempting to look dangerous inside the Harlequins 22, but they held on to the ball. Harlequins with the free kick. Harlequins relishing this game this evening, having had a year out of last year's rugby due to the COVID pandemic. Unfortunately weren't able to play on the circuit as a 10s format, and have come back fighting strong. Exiles now proving to be the opposition to beat for all teams, as they've been unbeaten in all competitions now for the last 2 years, and Harlequins certainly want to take that reputation away. And here they go again now as they look to cross back into the Exiles half. And cross they do. Harlequins winning a penalty. And it looks like they've called for the tee, so they're going to go for the 3 points and try and get the early scores on the board. Penalty for holding on. You can shout at Eugene, shout at the camera. Tell us what's going on. And the kick is there. It's a solid kick. But as I said, there is a bit of a crosswind going on. Picked up by Exiles from behind the try line and chipping the ball now straight into touch. Absolutely fantastic kick. Taking it right up to the halfway line. Line out now for Harlequins, first of the game. Just under 10 minutes in. Scores 0-0. And the ball floated lovely in the air there, picked up well. And this time the advantage going the other way as Exiles gain the penalty themselves. Holding on. Justin Walsh. Comfortably this season, fitting into the boots left by Durant Gerber. Although Durant's played a few games this season, he's decided to hang up his boots. Expect to see him at the next Sevens competition coming up in December. As a frequent player for Bali Legends. David Genn now with the throw. And it's tapped back, recovered by a man in black. Exiles back line looking a little bit disjointed, but Exiles just need to take it through the phases and they lose the ball. And just like that, possession going back to Harlequins, just inside the 22. Peter Killian having a little chat there with the match official, or should I say the match official having a chat with Peter Killian. Not happy with what he's seeing and saying, no more of this. Exiles now finding themselves back inside their own half. Well held up there. Justin Walsh really trying to hold his guy up. But the knock on giving a scrum down to Exiles. As I mentioned, Peter Killian, the captain for today's game. A former South African baby box squad member. Whose first name is actually Ernest. Although he would like me to not mention that out on live TV. But the beauty of my position is I have a say what you want and get away with it card. As Carol Thomas feeds a scrum, flicked out by Stephen Ferguson, a little bit messy, recovered well, but the whistle has already gone. And in a show of confidence, Exiles deciding to try for 3 points of their own. Quite a significant kick this will be. As I said, there is a strong crosswind on the park up here at the Sevens this afternoon. Exiles looking for 3. And there's plenty of welly, there's plenty of boot, but it looks good. The flags are raised. Exiles with 3 points on the board from the kick of the Exiles in the 10 jersey. I can't give you a name because I have absolutely no idea who that is from up here. And with no team sheet, professional as ever. Just under 15 minutes played. Exiles 3, Harlequins 0. As Harlequins now restart. Bit of a fumble with the ball there. Harlequins taking possession. And the chip over. And the mark was called. Going for the last pass out wide. Connor Kennedy wraps the ball. Harlequins very, very quick up. This is looking dangerous now for Exiles. They need to be careful on their defensive play. As the ball is kicked out, sensibly collected by the Harlequins player off the boot, avoiding the knock-on. Great defensive play from Exiles. Harlequins back line looking very ready. Lots of numbers as he finds a gap through the middle. And he goes for the chip through. He's overrun his man. He collects the ball and he scores in the corner. Harlequins 5 points on the board. Absolutely heads up rugby there, seeing the man through, chip the ball, no defence left to recover. Harlequins 5. Trevor Bacon, I can not tell you who scored the penalty, but I can tell you it wasn't Gareth. Harlequins gearing up now to squeeze an extra 2 points. Missing a penalty kick earlier on in the game, but this one being slightly easier. Struck well, but going far, far, far right. Little compensation for the crosswind. So Exiles will restart. 17.5 minutes played. Harlequins 5, Exiles 3. And the boot of Justin Walsh. confidently taken by Harlequins. And the box kick there, being looked at by Connor Kennedy, comfortably taken as well. Not releasing the Exiles, winning the penalty. And again, the boot adjusting. Just being kept in by Harlequins. However, the flag is raised by the assistant referee. Was that into touch? So by Nat's whisker. Exiles now with an opportunity. David Genn with the throw just inside the Harlequins 22. Fantastically taken by Matthew Mills. Fantastic again, hands. Corral looking to shift that ball through. Radawaku going straight over the top. Exiles just need to keep this simple. Very, very scrappy there. And the whistle eventually being blown. As Mr. Kicking T is being called onto the park. One kick from one so far, giving Exiles their 3 already on the board. Harlequins 5, Exiles 3. And the kicker, it could be one of the Kruger boys, it could be young Mr. Wilson, it could be someone completely different. But he struck the ball well and the flags are raised. Exiles taking the lead by 1. So just over half of the first half played. Exiles 6, Harlequins 5. As we've said all season, great to see the Exiles bringing the young under-19 boys into the senior men's squad. The vision seen quite clearly by Jacques Bernardi, the director of rugby here at Exiles. Not scared to give these guys a run out in senior rugby, and what an experience it is for them too, and playing at this level now in the Premiership final.
So he's the UAE Rugby, World Rugby referee.
Yes. And the time is off. Yako not happy with the scrum. And Carell Thomas, although I am told the pronunciation of Carell is Carl, I can't do it. So Carell Thomas it will be, feeds the scrum of Exiles. Oh, and the ball is loose and it's pricked up by Brad. He's still on his feet, he's offloaded. Oh, he's just caught there by Harlequins. He looked like he was on his way. Big Justin Walsh there bouncing his man. Into the hands of Connor Kennedy. Connor Kennedy, who I said earlier would be the first to score for Exiles this afternoon, and there he is! Connor Kennedy, first try for Exiles. I called it 3 hours ago, and that's where it is. Absolutely fantastic running there. Started off with Radowaku picking up the loose ball and through the hands of Exiles, and the long pass coming out to the edge of the park. Picked up by Connor Kennedy, who dances his way through the defence. And I will check out at half-time who is wearing the 10 jersey. Is it Alfie Wilson? If somebody online knows who it is, please tell me. Again, struck well. And the flags are raised, and another 2 points, 3 kicks from 3 for Alfie Wilson there. 25 minutes played. Exiles 13, Harlequins 5, up here at the Seven Stadium for this UAE Premiership final. And I've just been corrected, it's Marcus Kruger, and I'm sure he'll be having words with me later. Sorry to Alfie, I gave you some fame, but Marcus Kruger there with the boots.
Offside.
Bit of holding on, Exiles regaining possession straight away and choosing to kick for another 3. Why not? 3 kicks from 3 so far. Let's go for another. As they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Love to see an argument going on right now about who is kicking the ball. Is it Marcus? Is it Alfie? Who cares? It was a man in black doing his job. Right in front of the posts now. Silence from the crowds. Struck well. There's another 3 for Exiles. Absolutely fantastic kick. Harlequins to restart. Nice high floating ball. Knocked on by the man in black, so Harlequins winning a scrum. Harlequins now off the back. And he's gone blind. Couldn't quite see what was going on there, but the match official having a little chat with his linesman. Eugene saying a call for offside. I suggest they're booking their half-time drink. Decision now being discussed with the players.
Offside, 10 metres.
And it looks like a yellow card's been given to Exiles.
Yeah.
Can't quite see who it is. Exiles now down to 14 men for the remainder of this first half. And that looks like the big Northern Irishman, Stephen Ferguson.
Stavo now.
Or Stavo, yep. Well, I think it was him. So, not sure what was going on there. However, the yellow's been shown. So, Exiles now really need to tighten up their defence and stop Harlequins from capitalising with the extra player. And Harlequins pushing through. Solid defence there. Picked up by Exiles. Pradoaku now on the run. Oh, what a rubbish pass, but Exiles just managing to recover it and quickly picked up by the Harlequins player. And another rubbish pass. Connor Kennedy looking to try and kick the ball out of trouble. As he dances through a few players and eventually being dragged to the floor by his jersey. Harlequins looking to go tight. Matthew Mills grabbing his player and the ball fumbled forward. But the arm is raised by Yaku. High tackle. Who remembers about 3 seasons ago when every single high tackle here in the UAE was a yellow card? Because everyone got excited. Nice to see common sense prevailing now and it all calming down, not just here but internationally as well. Hope you're enjoying the game at home. Great atmosphere up here at the Sevens. Plenty of people watching the game this evening. So we'll just stop the clock momentarily. Bit of a eye injury just being dealt with there for one of the Harlequins players, just to the left of your screen. Opportunity to get some water on board. Nice cool temperatures this evening. As I say, a bit of a breeze, but not the heat we've had certainly last week in the evenings. It has cooled down here a little bit. The clock is back on. Harlequins with the throw now, dangerously close to the Exiles try line. Collected well. Opportunity for Harlequins now. As he rolls himself round, gets pulled to the floor. And the long chip over, who's going to be the clever one? Wow, what a catch. Absolutely superb chip and catch there for the Harlequins. Very similar to what we saw earlier. And twice Exiles have been caught out with that move. Full kudos to the Harlequins. Superb play, well deserved. Harlequins with another 5 points on the board. Opportunity for Exiles to have a quick chat, decide what they want to do in the remaining 6.5 minutes of this half, down to 14 players. And the kick is strong, but no flags again, so no further 2 points. Exiles 16, Harlequins 10. Justin Walsh with the restart. Sends the ball high. Taken well. The box kick is high. Oh, brilliantly taken by Connor Kennedy and just tackled as he landed. Corell Thomas now looking to shift the ball wide, taking the ball through the back line. He's got one man with him to his right and decides to take the ball himself. Corell waiting patiently, and another missed pass. Corell needs to get on top of those passes to the back line. That's 3 now where he's missed his target. Radawaku, as I said before, recently Brad being called up for international duties with Kenya, and forms part of a first Cole training squad. Exiles being kicked back inside their half. Harlequins with the throw. The ball bounced, but it was recovered well, and they're looking to Exiles trying to desperately get him into the edge of the park there. Still trying to get him in the edge of the park. And the flag's raised. And a few glaring exchanges there, and I'm sure some colourful language as well. Exiles doing well to recover possession. David Genn ready to throw the ball in. Goes to the back of the line, comfortably taken. Corell Thomas into Brad. Looks to move it to the edge of the line. Dancing his way through the Harlequins players, support's there. Harlequins defence holding strong. Radawaku thought he saw a line. Oh, and stolen! And keeps his hands on the ball. Something not quite right there, and the match official blows the whistle. Thought Harlequins did extremely well there to try and take that ball, just in the midst of the pass, and bounces it through, but a knock-on is being called, so it's going to be a scrum down, Exiles ball. A lot of people watching the game this evening online. Let us know where you're from. Already know we got Big Trev in Northern Ireland. And as I say that, Exiles lose possession. Just around about a minute left to play of the first half. And a tremendous kick there from Harlequins, taking Exiles back inside their 22 where they don't want to be. Welcome, Coral from Northampton. You must be one of the Matthew Mills Massive. Exiles defence holding strong. In the final throws, Stephen Ferguson rejoining his teammates on the park. That's 10 minutes of his bin time finished. Welcome, guys from South Africa. Nice to have you with us. English, please. We don't all understand your Afrikaans. Which is what we say to the boys on the park. Mr. Sproul, lovely to see you online. So we crossed over into the final plays of this first half. Exiles back up to 15. And as we hit the half time, we're going to play you a lovely little sponsor video. Thanks to our sponsors who enable us to play the game we love here in the UAE. As the ball is kicked into touch. Are we going to see the half-time whistle? Because I believe we should. Unless there was any time-off incidents that I haven't accounted for. Harlequins with a throw. A bullet pass straight to his man, fed through the back line. Harlequins no doubt will want to score a try before the break. try and a conversion will take them 1 point ahead. And there's a scramble, the ball's loose on the floor. Who's the first to pick it up? Looks like Exiles have recovered it well, but the whistle has gone. Knock on from Exiles, but that is the end of the first half. UAE Premiership final up here at the Sevens. Dubai Exiles 16, Harlequins 10. See you after the break.
Regret isn't like a wound that heals. Regret is a tattoo, a permanent scar. Regret is having an idea for a business that consumes you, stops you from falling asleep, an idea that you believe will shake up the world's most exciting market, an idea that must happen now. And then choosing the wrong people to make it happen. There's a reason 14,000 businesses have chosen Virtue Zone to bring their business ideas to life. Virtue Zone are the UAE's company formation specialists. Licenses, visas, banking, Virtue Zone does it all. They know the game. They've built the networks. They've been copied relentlessly. But they're still number one. Discover why. Virtue Zone. Business setup with no regrets. vz.ae.
To everyone who only sees the worst, we say, look closer. Open your eyes to all that's good. 80 years of keeping people safe has sharpened our eyes to see more than most. And when we're protecting people, premises, and property, our experience helps us spot what others miss. See a different world.
Well, there you go. It was a no contest. I had to go and check. with all the other guys. Marcus Kruger is the kicker and has been putting all the points on the board for Dubai Exiles this afternoon. Look at that, everybody. My dad's online making comments. So much so, I almost forgot to start the clock. So, into the second half, Exiles 16, Harlequins 10. For this UAE Premiership final up here at the Seven Stadium in Dubai this afternoon. Both teams, 15 players on the park. Exiles in black, Harlequins in white if you're just joining us. And straight away, Harlequins win a penalty right in front of the posts. And they are looking for the option of 3. Sensible decision. Absolutely agree with you. Great officiating from the match officials this afternoon. Nice to see we having the right referees for such an important game. And it does look like the ball didn't quite go where Harlequins clearly wanted it to. No 3 points. Nice to see my wife Erica on the sidelines also enjoying the game. Great catch. Shame about the pass. Slowing down the Harlequins' momentum there, but Exiles need to get tight on defence. We know they're dangerous in attack. Again, great defensive effort from Exiles. Harlequins now crossing into the Exiles half. Fantastic drive there. Harlequins really pumping their legs, gaining those extra yards. Questionable forward pass, but it's gone through. And a pass out wide, the young man on the wing. Again, just being held up, but collected at the same time by Harlequins. Harlequins still in possession. Dummy pass working well and picked up off the floor. This time being dropped, but it's going to come back. No advantage being played. Harlequins huddle deciding how they want to play this next ball. Very important. 6 or 7 metres away from the Exiles try line. And it looks like a change of manpower. And that is Gareth Bacon making an exit from the park. Gareth Bacon, his final game for Dubai Exiles. And we wish him well with his future endeavours. But back to the game. Connor Kennedy. Connor Kennedy sees the gap, he looks to offload, but just spoilt in the process by Harlequins' hands. Ball's gone backwards. Peter Killian. Exiles win the penalty. Exiles desperately trying to get themselves certainly into the other half of the pitch. Justin Walsh. And this time the jump works. Harlequins managed to keep the ball in play and decide to go for a canter through the paddock of their own. And straight away, giving away another penalty. Justin being told by the captain there that if you're going to kick into touch, make sure it reaches touch. And this time, no problem. Exiles now on the rampage. They got themselves inside the Harlequins half. Offload there to Stavo. And another penalty given away cheaply by Harlequins. They need to be careful here. That's 3 on the trot in the last minute alone. As the decision is made to have the young boots of Marcus Kruger line up for a possible further 3. Absolutely fantastic to see the array of people we've got watching online today. Good to see the match officials' parents also watching and cheering them on. As we know, the game is not possible without the officiation, so we thank them for that and we thank you for the support at home as well. And as I said, we've got the best people officiating this game. Struck well, struck high, struck through the centre of the posts. And this young lad from Dubai Exiles, Marcus Kruger, putting another 3 onto the board. Exiles 19, Harlequins 10. Somebody's on a run. Oh, fantastic flick and offload again. And there's still one man there, but I don't think he's got the legs to get through that. The support needs to get there quickly. Stavo with the ball. Offloads it once more. Looks for the pop pass. Oh, again, that was a deliberate knock-on if I've ever seen one. Surely that's going to be a yellow card for the deliberate knock-on. We've seen so many of those in previous games lately. What's the call going to be? Justin Walsh not happy with the decision. However, Exiles will take the ball, and again they will look to go for the 3. And if anyone's wondering where Eugene Deegan is, he's currently sleeping behind me in his chair. The excitement too much for him. Laura, if you're watching, can you please come and collect your husband? Silence for the kicker. Kick is good, and another 3 points. Well, we haven't finished the game yet, and doesn't matter what happens. But so far, Marcus Kruger, you are certainly my man of the match, just for your kicking alone. Harlequins looking to kick to the far side of the pit field. The kick's there. Oh, I was going to say brilliant collection there from Exiles, but knocked it forward, the advantage being played. Oh, what a line. But again, scrambles the ball, picked up by Matthew Mills as he tries to turn it round for his own advantage. Penalty given, knock on from Harlequins. What excitement up here at the Seven Stadium this afternoon. I'd like to be the first to buy Marcus a pint after the game. However, rules are rules. It's technically illegal. It's not technically, it is illegal, as he's under 21, I believe. Still, what can't be seen behind a closed door won't hurt. Corral loses the ball outside to Marcus. Brad was waiting, but he skips the ball. And the flag is raised. It's been taken into touch. Harlequins thumping their way through. Stavo stopping the man in his tracks, but going forward they do, and they just missed. Oh, just bounced the ball there and picked up by Brad. We'll go for the knock on there. Clock off. There's Taz, the replacement there for Gareth Bacon. Just having a quiet word from the referee. We now find ourselves in a situation with Exiles having to heavily defend, 6 or 7 metres away, maybe 5 metres away now from the try line. Dave again ready to cover the blind. Great line out. Looking to go left on the blind. Slowing the ball right down for a surprise. 2 metres. The ball's presented. And has he made it? Margin away now from the try line, and it looks like it's coming back the other way. Exiles now on the defence. But we're going to bring it back. It's going to be Harlequins' ball. And we're going to have a scrum down. Jacques Bernardi now, Director of Rugby and Head Coach of the Premiership squad of Exiles, been very, very vocal. He's not happy with what he's seeing defensively from Exiles right now. Jack Bernardi, quite the character, very, very hard man to please. Knows what he wants out of his team. And right now he's not getting what he wants. Scrum down. Harlequins ball. Thumping tackle from Brad. Only stops them for a moment as they continue their drive forward through the Exiles defence. And as he found his way through, Matthew Mills desperately trying to hold him up off the line. Met with a solid black wall. Exiles need to be careful as they swing the ball out to the side. Is there enough momentum there to carry him forward? There's not. Gets her another opportunity through the middle of the post. And there it is. There's the fight. There's the Harlequins that we all know. Never ever going to give up running. And finally penetrating the Exiles' black defensive line. Taking the ball under the posts for a 5. No problem with the 2. Exiles 22, Harlequins 17. And a very excited Eugene Deegan. It's all been too much for Eugene today. So Laura, if you're watching, please come and collect your husband from the roof of the Sevens. Right, back on to more important matters. 17 minutes played this second half. Premiership final. Taken well by Harlequins, but smashed into the floor a little bit too early, you might think. Harlequins, oops, sorry, just kicked my camera in excitement. Harlequins winning the penalty. An absolutely massive kick to the back of the park. The ball was spilled out the back of the line out there, and Exiles recover. Exiles on the run. Justin Walsh looks for the chip through. and simply ran into touch. By the Harlequin. And as he slipped his man, Exiles now causing the pressure. Oh, look at that. Decision not given, can't be seen, so Exiles are going to come back. It's their penalty anyway. And there's a few boys out there that are going to want to take this and take a 5-point glory. Instead deciding to take the 3. And a further 3 for the Exiles. Sorry, I went a bit quiet there. Jacques Bernardi was trying to call me from the pitch side. I could see him on the phone. I didn't want to answer it. I was wondering what to do. Harlequins with the restart. And the pumping legs there of the Exiles could be Justin Walsh. Corral Thomas looks to push it wide. Lucas Waddington just managing to keep his hands on the ball and again take those extra yards. Matthew Mills deciding to go head first. Oh, the knock-on coming. What a shame. And just like that, momentum over. There's going to be a scrum down. Harlequins ball. Matt Simmons, you're amazing, but as you're already there, go for it yourself, mate. You're okay. Harlequins eventually taking the penalty. Exiles need to retreat, form a defence. We know this Harlequins' foot has been absolutely superb, kicking into touch this evening, and look at that again. not sure how we're going to call that. But that really has put Exiles under immense pressure, with a scoreline of Exiles 25, Harlequins 17. 15 minutes left to play of this UAE Premiership game up here at the Seven Stadium this evening. And the call is there for the try. We can't quite see what was going on, but it's there. And I believe that's a penalty try given. He's going for his cards. Who has been a bit naughty. And that's a yellow card again for the Exiles. Well, the team score now, Exiles 25, Harlequins 24, and it was Lucas Waddington. Lucas Waddington finds himself in the bin for the next 10 minutes. Lucas pivotal in the front row of that scrum. And the ball just being kept up by Connor as Exiles now go for the run through the centre of the park, offloads there and smashed into the floor by Harlequins. What a tackle! Harlequins winning a penalty, Exiles holding on, not releasing the ball. And the ball cleanly kicked into touch. Harlequins on the attack once again. Tackled by Exiles, still on the run. Oh, what an offload! And again! And again, Harlequins are in, there you go! Absolutely well worked try there from Harlequins, straight through hands, pass, 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 pass. And ends in a 5-pointer for Harlequins, taking them ahead in this game for the first time since the beginning of the first half. And still a further opportunity for 2 points. And there's the 2. No problem. Taking Harlequins now to 31. Just inside the final 10 minutes of this Premiership final. And in a turn of events, Exiles struggling the last 5 or 10 minutes against Harlequins. And it's a high ball. This time the penalty going to Exiles. Deciding to kick the ball into touch. Harlequins now testing the Exiles defence once more as they cross the 22. Harlequins looking dangerous this last 10 minutes. Exiles down to 14 men with the dismissal for 10 minutes of Lucas Waddington. Exiles winning the penalty. Few injuries to attend to on both sides. Finally we get to go again. Absolute domination there by Harlequins scrum. Winning the ball in the process. And you can bet your bottom dollar this is going to be a kick to the posts. Exiles just need to regroup and calm it down. Well struck, and there's an extra 3 into Harlequins' tally. Exiles now behind by 9. Just under 5 minutes left to play. Could this be the game that ends the winning streak of Dubai Exiles? Unbeaten now for over 2 years. It bounced, but it's kept hold of. Harlequins were letting no man through that time. And a whistle has blown. And that is Lucas Waddington back into the game. Exiles back up to 15. Just under 4 minutes left to play this game. Exiles losing by 9. 34 points. Harlequins to Exiles 25. Oh, and the ball's gone the other way. Picked up and recovered by Exiles, and they're on the rampage now, just inside the Harlequins 22. Oh, and another rubbish pass. The knock-on was there. I felt that they should have played a little bit more advantage with that. It was over before it started. I'm sure Yako will tell me later that I'm wrong, he's right, and that's just the way it is. Two and a half minutes. Scrum down. Exiles ball. Exiles back up to 15. Lucas Waddington back on that front row. And he's decided to go on the run. He's just tripped at the... Exiles running it deep. Brad's there, Carell's there. Oh, that looked forward even from here. He's going to try. He'll go for the glory try, but it was a clear forward pass, but no advantage coming, so Yako bringing the ball back to the centre of the park. Taken quickly and tripped. Exiles now giving it everything. Harlequins defensively strong. And Connor nowhere to go. Pulled back. I was going to say the support wasn't there, but it is now. Taz, you need to use that ball. And they'll go again, and another. Oh, come on, Exiles. Harlequins released. They got the momentum, the ball's kicked. And it's gone straight into touch. 1 minute left. Absolutely ferocious and well-deserved comeback from Harlequins, putting those extra 9 points on the Exiles this half. Taken by Mills. Stavo. Brad going nowhere. Harlequins with their second wind, offensive, defensively, just proving too much for Exiles right now. David again having a pop. Exiles now, far wing, bringing it back, Taz. Corell Thomas thinks he's seen a break and he's slammed into the floor. Brad having a go, slammed into the floor. Penalty Exiles. There's a few tired boys out there. Not quite understanding the purpose of the kick right now, but a kick all the same. Probably the last kick of the game. And the kick's good. Exiles 28, Harlequins 34, 6 points in it. Harlequins with a restart. For me, it was the end of the game. There's clearly some extra minutes left to play from stoppages that I've not accounted for. And a massively long kick. Picked up by Exiles. They just need to keep the ball in hand and go for the run. No mistakes. Keep it simple. Phase, phase, phase. Defensively well by Harlequins. Radawaku looks for the offload to the wing and the knock on! No! And Lucas is kicking the floor. He knows what that means. But the ball was coming to the other side of the park. Wow. Second chance Sunday for Exiles. Peter Killian. Oh, come on, guys. We've got to be cleaner than that. Harlequins defence straight up in the faces of Exiles. As we said, phase. Connor Kennedy looks for the pop, but he's smashed into the floor by Harlequins defence. Oh, the offside's there. And offside again. Watching the feet of Harlequins. Oh, they've lost the ball. And that is the ball into the park. And that's the final whistle of the game. Harlequins, UAE Premiership champions in a very strange competition format, but champions they are, and well deserved. Coming back from behind to take over the Exiles in the final, or should I say the first 15, 20, 25 minutes of this second half. And they will be crowned UAE Premiership champions up here at the Sevens this evening, and end Exiles' 2-year reign of wins in all competitions and all matches. It's a shame that those clear offsides weren't pulled up by Herman, the match official. Jack Bernardi wasn't happy at all and having a word with the match official at the end there. Would it have made a difference? It doesn't matter, the score stands. Harlequins 34, Exiles 28. And as I said earlier, my man of the match, Marcus Kruger. Not missing a single kick and contributing massively to the points tally of Exiles this evening. So congratulations, Harlequins. Well played. And that wraps up UAE Premiership and Division 1 Rugby for the 2021-2022 season. Thank you for joining us online, as the players will now take a well-deserved rest. Thank you everyone that supported the Exiles, whether here on the side of the park or online. The players really appreciate it, knowing that you're watching. And here are your UAE Premiership champions 2021-2022, Harlequins in white, coming through the Exiles tunnel. Peter Killian there leading the Exiles through the same. So there you have it, and that's a wrap from us up here on the roof of the Exiles clubhouse. thanks for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next season. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.